यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानम् अधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम् परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे.
Good morning. Children, today is a fresh day and as usual I come out with a fresh word. And today the new word that I am going to start with is facilitate. F-A-C-I-L-A-T-A-T. Facilitate. If you pronounce the word, you just spell out its meaning, the words also. Facilitate, nothing very difficult to pronounce it. F-A-C-I-L-I-T-A-T-E. Facilitate. Now, while using this word, I was just thinking, I was slightly apologetic. I thought I should have used this word in the very beginning, as this word really makes your process very easy everywhere. Now, when you go to school, what does your teacher do with you? He or she facilitates you in learning you better. Certain areas where you get stuck, he or she really helps you out. You have written something wrong, she corrects it up. He corrects it up. Factually you are wrong somewhere. You have written down something wrong, she corrects you. Geography teacher corrects you. Maths teacher corrects you. So what does she do? She is in fact facilitating you in learning your lesson. So the word facilitate means to make you work, the work which you are doing, make it easier. Your work is made further easy. Make it easier. Maybe it would be looking slightly difficult, or maybe something, you get stuck somewhere where she or he comes out to help you out. So the word facilitate really is used where you are going to be helped by somebody. These days, Government of India is facilitating the COVID patient to get ready as early as possible, to get cured as early as possible. What does Government of India do? He is not only sanitizing the area which is infected, but Government of India is also trying to investigate the areas where the possible cases of COVID patients could be identified. So Government of India, along with its paraphernalia, is trying to facilitate so that identification and screening process is complete, and finally the identified persons could be given expected treatment. So this is called facilitation. Now let me use some word which would help you to construct sentences using the word facilitate. Your textbook really facilitate you in learning process. This is the simplest way of expressing the word, starting with facilitate. If you go to any place, you must have seen there is a reception counter. What is that counter called? That is also called, some other areas it is written, may I help you? Some other areas it's written facilitation counter. What is facilitation counter? Facilitation counter means, may I help you? If you are requiring something, if you need some help, those helps could be answered here, at this stage, in this table, at this counter. So that is called facilitation. A growing child or a grown-up children really facilitate the work of their parents. In the morning, your mom must be asking something from you. So what exactly in turn you do? You facilitate in the homework of your mother. You facilitate your didi. You facilitate wherever somebody requires your help. So the word is called facilitate. My dear children, you should always be in a mode where you should be in a facilitation mode. Somebody asks for your help, you should be readily available to give. So this is a very positive word, and it is always used in a sense when somebody seeks your help or you are in a position to deliver something. You are greasing it up, not making difficult, but you are helping it out. There, this word is commonly used. Facilitate, मदद करना, आसान कर देना. Who is the greatest facilitator for humankind? My dear children, it is the God. He is Almighty. He facilitates all our difficulties into solutions. He really helps it out. When somebody is in very sick state, when he is in a helpless stage, he remembers God. And he remembers and he really worships God. He starts reckoning each and every, hymns that, oh God, please help me out. And he gets solace when the facilitating hand in form of blessings comes from the God. Next, God is our parents. You must not have seen when you were a young child how much they toiled for you, how much they cared for you, how much they really looked for you, they loved for you. What are these? These were all facilitations for coming you up to this stage, so that once they grow old, you would come in a stage when you can facilitate in their well-being. So nothing comes in form of impediment to their smooth life. So my dear children, the word facilitate, it is having wide ranging of applications. At home, at school, with your friend, at your playing field, you can always use this word. This is a very commonly used word, positive word. You have to use in a very positive sense. I am not going to use this sentence when a criminal is going to facilitate somebody to perpetrate a crime. Of course, it can be used. But why should I use those words which takes us to the negative areas? Why can't I use a word, somebody was lying in a pool of blood and I facilitated, lifted him up, put him in cab and took him to the hospital. Tomorrow when he gets well, he comes home and he really gives you thanks, saying that my recovery was facilitated, or my life itself was saved and facilitated by your pious effort. So I hope you have, by now you have understood the word, the meaning of the word and the uses of it. What does facilitate stand for? Now let us come back to its synonyms. Aid. In facilitation, what you do? You help somebody. That is aid and abet. If something, these days what doctors, our corona warriors, what they are doing, what the policemen are doing, what these nursing staff they are doing, सफाई कर्मचारी, what they are doing, they are aiding and abetting, मदद कर रहे हैं, किसका? सरकार का, so that our own countrymen gets well as early as possible. So they are facilitated. They are facilitating. Ease, EAAC. Mind you, I give you the word at the end of it, so that you can note down while I am explaining these words. Just open your eyes and ears thoroughly, look at me and try to watch this video again and again, because learning process requires hearing also. Sumptuous quantum of hearing, listening, writing and finally speaking. That shall make your journey to learning English complete. Aid. ease. Expedite. Facilitate means expedite. Mind you, I am just giving you the synonyms of this word. Synonyms of facilitate, aid, ease, expedite. What does expedite mean? कोई भी काम को आसान कर देना. I was finding very difficult, but somebody came and expedited my work. He helped me out. So the work got expedited. He facilitated in my work. I was finding very difficult to carry on. I was not feeling better. So he came with a stretcher and he expedited my journey to the hospital in time. So these words could be used in multifarious situations. All to explain what? Facilitate. Further, after getting tied up, I decided to stop. But this work was furthered. It was facilitated. It was ignited. It was helped by Mr. X. It could be anybody, X, Y, Z. Promote. It is also one of the forms, synonyms of facilitation. Simplify. If I simplify somebody's work, that is what? That is facilitations. Speed up. The work was at a lethargic pace. So somebody's help, maybe technological, maybe moral, maybe emotional help, that got speeded up. If you get something speeded up, that is also facilitation. So my dear children, so these are the areas. First of all, you have to always think that no one is superior than you. You are the most perfect embodiment of gift of all qualities endowed by God in your personality. You should think that no one is bigger or greater or smarter than you. If everyone starts thinking this way, I think my country will have one of the best children in the universe. If they start believing in themselves, that yes, they can do whatever they have contemplated, whatever they have desired. And if you start doing that, everything stands eased up. Everything gets automatically in facilitated mode. Now let me come back to antonyms. What is antonyms? If facilitation is to speed up, aid, await and expedite, then antonyms are block. अभी facilitate का मतलब क्या है? कोई काम करने में मदद कर रहा था. My speaking every day and releasing video every day for my children, what does that do? That is going to facilitate you in the process of learning English. But suppose you are watching video and somebody takes your mobile phone away from you. So what he does? He blocks. So he is not a facilitator. He is a troublemaker. So that is called non-facilitator. उसको antonyms में क्या बोलोगे? He blocked my progress. So that is antonyms. उसका उल्टा. Cease. Now that is cease to exist. अब खत्म हो गया. CEASE, cease. Those pages is cease to exist in historical text now. Anything which was written by adversary cease to exist now. No more in the pages. Check. Now which was flawless now, it was speeding up at a very pace that has speed. It has been checked up. Delayed. Facilitate to make it faster, easier, but antonyms stand for delay. Same delay, DELAY. Halt. आपने देखा होगा बहुत सारे स्टेशन के बीच में एक छोटा सा हॉल्ट होता है. हॉल्ट किस लिए होता है? So that for a smaller, not all the trains, but few trains can halt there for a while. The same halt is also the antonyms of facilitator. Halt. Halt means रोक देना. Hinder. If somebody is facilitating, somebody is hindering. These days, the most appropriate example of hindrance. Hindrance becomes adjective from the word hinder, Hinder, hinder. What is hindrance? बाधा डालने का काम. These, some people are not coming out and openly supporting government. The corona warriors, the doctors, in getting themselves quarantined, they are hiding and they are spreading the disease in their community. So that word is called, they are hindering in the work of the government. So that hindrance is not facilitation. They are just trying to jeopardize the efforts, the noble work of the government of India. So hinder is a word which is antonyms of facilitation. Hurt, H-U-R-T. Now, when facilitation comes, it comes with a smile on the face. It is always goody-goody from all sides. But when it hurts you, it has a very ugly picture. And that stops your progress and speed. So, hurt is a kind of non-facilitator. It is antonym. Impede. What is impede? And adjective from it, impediment. Impediment means to block the speed or the pace. Impede, I-M-P-E-D. Impede मतलब रास्ता रोकना. Facilitator means to make it faster, to move at a pace. But impede is to block it, to stop the speed. The ease and the comforts at which it was moving ahead, that was stopped. That is called impede. Injure. If somebody is facilitating your way, he or she will not hurt you. They will not injure you. But somebody injure means they are going to be impeding you. They are impediments. They are stopping your progress, making your life difficult. Make life difficult. Obstruct. O-B-S-T-R-U-C-T. Obstruct. What is obstruct? This is the case. I told you, synonym is facilitate, means make it faster, easier, and somebody obstructs. मेरा रास्ता रोक देना. No, I am not going to allow you. Obstruction. O-B-S-T-R-U-C-T. Obstruct. That is not allowing to facilitate. Version or detain. D-E-T-A-I-N. Detain means make it stagnant. If you just stop me, not letting go ahead, you are not facilitating. You are just detaining me. D-E-T-A-I-N. Detain मतलब रोक देना, halt कर देना. But if you are going to facilitate, it will allow me to move forward. So this is antonyms. Prohibit. P-R-O-H-I-B-I-T. P-R-O-H-I-B-I-T. Prohibit. This is just like allow. Allow is facilitate. I asked my university chancellor that please allow some of the books to be read in MA. Or vice chancellor allowed reading of Vedas in university. And he not only allowed, but he facilitated by putting one counselor there who is expert in Vedas. But somebody who is not having a proper knowledge of theology comes next day and he prohibits any kind of reading of Vedas in the university. So that prohibition is what? That prohibition is hindrance, stopping. So that is antonyms of facilitate. My dear children, this is a very important and a heartfelt message for you, that you should not only listen these words, but try to catch up. New words, look into the dictionary. My speaking for 25 minutes or 30 minutes for you will just be a element of facilitation for a while. But unless and until you get emotionally charged up in your own conscience, this will not be possible for you to really learn meaningful word power. Once you have memorized the meaning and their synonyms, antonyms, you must construct sentences and start using. There is no need that initially you have to garner the support of many friends. But once you start speaking very good fluent English, many friends would join your hands, and they would be, good things are very infectious. Once you start speaking very good English, they will automatically come to you and they'll say, please, let's put our heads together and work together. How can you speak better English, and how did you learn this pattern so that I can also speak better English? So my dear children, just wake up, get yourself motivated and do as suggested. Thank you very much.
यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानम् अधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम् परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय